Invictus my kings, welcome back to the Slavicus Maximus channel and welcome to Hungary, to Roman Empire run. Yes, indeed, today we are playing as Hungary and we'll be going for the restoration of the Roman Empire. Relatively simple when you put it like that, but obviously it's going to take quite a while to actually accomplish. So first off, starting as Hungary, nothing all that complicated. We do start with a little bit more crown land than usual. Grant Orthodox autonomy. We start with quite a few Orthodox provinces, so I think granting Orthodox autonomy is going to be quite good. We are going to get supremacy of the crown and increased levies, and also we are going to get primacy of the nobility for more monthly mana, more monthly mill mana, that is. So let's get this. Then what do we get? Religious diplomats. Let's get oversight of the clergy, and that's going to be good for now. The loyalty equilibrium, not the greatest at the moment, but it's going to be a little bit better quite soon. Ooh, what do we get? Number of allies, at least 2. Yeah, that's going to be relatively easy. First off, we want to royal marry Actually, first things first. Poland, Lithuania, and Ottomans as our rivals. And let's merge up our armies. Let's find some sort of Diplo advisor. No level 1 Diplo advisor, very sad. Or no level 1 Diplo advisor that's actually going to be useful. So let's just get whatever. We could get his missionary strength, not really useful for the moment. But anyway, the beginning as Hungary, nothing all that complicated. It's relatively simple if you actually think about it. So let's do that with our diplomats. Let's start building a spy network on Serbia. We are actually making money at the beginning, so that's very good. Let's build a free company up. Let's start spying on the Serbians, because we'll be taking them over quite soon. What do we have? Old Alliance, that's going to be very good. Bam, there we go. Let's actually improve, let's royal marriage with Moldavia. And let's also get a royal marriage with Austria. Bam, there we go. Just so we are protected defensively from the Ottomans. We are actually, our force limit is quite high, so no reason why we should worry. So let's delete one of those horses and let's build up two units of infantry each. Let's start improving relations with Moldavia, just so we can get the Romans invasion. We can actually can't send it to friendly, but let's actually ally Burgundy. Bam, there we go, and that's going to be mighty useful for later on. So we have 2 allies. We can now also ally Moldavia. Very cool. So this is going to allow us to get the Control Moldavia mission, which means that they're more likely to become our vassal, so to say. We do not want Ladislav Postumus. We want this guy. Yes, we want this guy. I always get confused when looking at them. You have to make sure you pick the right guy, because otherwise it's going to be a lot of trouble. What do we have? We have actually, we could get one more ally. Who do we go for? I think we might want to go for the Papal State, obviously. That's going to be quite good. We're going to be Catholic for quite a while, not the whole time, but for quite a while we're going to be Catholic. Let's see, we are losing money. Why are we losing money? Because we haven't developed Nitra yet. Obviously we haven't developed Nitra yet, that's why. We are losing money, so let's get cracking on with developing of Nitra. Or Nitra, more rather, Nitra. But I suppose in Hungarian it's going to be spelled or pronounced a little bit differently, so it's, well, it's Nitra in Slovak, isn't it? So, there we go. Could buy indulgence, but let's not waste the money just yet. Let's send this guy over here like so. Let's attach to the second army. Should we get some generals? Let's get some generals soon, but first, Wallachia got guaranteed by the Ottomans, very typical. They usually guarantee whoever you get the claims on first, I believe. I don't know, actually. But they guaranteed Wallachia in this game. Very cool. Means that we'll have the golden opportunity to get the Kosovo gold mine. No need to improve relations with these guys anymore, and let's just set it to allies, and let's start improving with Croatia as well, because there's a mission tied with that. So let's start doing those things. Can we approve Nitra? Not yet, so let's just give it a while. Obviously we start, actually Janos Hunyadi is a pretty good ruler, gotta give it to him. 455, that's pretty good. We'll take the money, no need for long-term investment. Let's actually check out our merchants. So yeah, the merchant situation in this part of the world isn't the best, but what we could do is just collect from trade in Crimea. We won't really be bothering with Crimea, so hopefully. I don't really understand trade in this game, I'm very sorry. Alright, so Serbia, bam, there we go. We have a claim on Serbia, so now we can declare war on Serbia. Very easy, very simple. Co-belligerate Bosnia, bam, there we go. Declaration of war. Let's get, actually we have Janos Hunyadi as a general, very cool. So we save some points on that. We are at war, so let's get cracking and let's occupy Serbia and Bosnia. And there we go, we got Moldavia, very nice. We gained some prestige, make Moldavia a march. Absolutely wonderful. Their air isn't actually all their leader isn't all that great, but anyway, we can also take the mission expand the mint, because I've been developing Nitra quite a bit, and but it's not really worth it right now, since we don't have that high of an inflation, only 0.66. So I think I'll actually wait for the inflation to be a little bit higher before. Ooh, we might actually lose this. No, we won the combat. Easy, very easy. So yeah, everything is going according to plan, and that's that's how we like it. And there we go, time to fully annex Bosnia. Bam, take all their money, no diplomat. Let's quickly fix that. Woo, there we go, Bosnia is ours. And now for the annexation of Serbia, let's quickly do something like this. Take all their money, bam. There we go, easy. And now we can also declare war on, we can root out corruption. We can start spying on Herzegovina as well. No diplomats, bam, there we go. We have a diplomat now. Let's start coring all of these provinces. Low crown land, very interesting. So let's fix that a little bit. Still low crown land, whatever. Let's how much do we need? Let's bump up Nitra quite a bit. There we go. No low crown land anymore. We are now a great power. So we'll start spying on Herzegovina. They are allied with Wallachia. This might be a way. Well, we actually can't even fully annex or do anything with Wallachia, since they wouldn't be co-belligerented, and the Papal State would come in. But what I really want is for maybe Austria to come in. That would be very nice, so we could do something like this. So to co-belligerent Herzegovina, we don't really want to be co-belligerating the Ottomans. Maybe if Austria comes in, let's see. Actually, now that we have two vassals, what we could give out as strong duchies. Bam, there we go. We can get one more ally. Let's see. Oh, Milan or Brandenburg? Probably Brandenburg, since we'll Actually, let's do something like this. Probably go for Brandenburg, since we might try for the Holy Roman Emperorship. Probably not, but we might try for it, and that's just gonna have to be good enough. We can expand the mint again, but our inflation isn't that high yet, so no reason to worry about that. There we go. So we might want to build up a claim on Herzegovina, and then we'll see. We might just beat up Wallachia. Let's see what are their allies. Just Herzegovina, they're guaranteed by the Ottomans. I don't think that we can actually do anything about that unless we beat up the Ottomans, and that's quite a ways away. So initially what we might actually be trying to do is just the Hungarian succession. So once we get Matthias Corvinus, we'll go for Bohemia, and then we'll wait and see what happens with Burgundy, then maybe Poland. Poland has gotten... yeah, they did get Lithuania, very cool. So, yeah, it's going to be very easy at the beginning. It's going to be very simple, and then it's going to get quite spicy. But, yeah, just wait and see. Alright, the provinces haven't yet finished coring, but it doesn't matter. Time to go to war with Herzegovina. Won't co-belligerent. The Wallachians will probably just piece them out, take some of their money and stuff like that, but at the moment nothing to really do with them for the moment, because, well, we can't, because the Ottomans have guaranteed them, which is very unfortunate. But hey, you can't have everything in life, and maybe the game would have been a little too easy if we actually let's actually take another mission. Trust at least 90, and the trust we have is 85, so it's going to be built up in a short while, and we'll have full trust with the Croatians. Then we can take another mission. Won't be integrating them just yet. Their manpower is going to be quite useful here in the beginning, and yeah, it's going to be quite useful to have them around. No reason to get rid of them. They have still quite a lot of missions that they can do. Hopefully the Croatians can actually complete some of their mission. Probably not. Yeah, probably not. Maybe conquer Dalmatia, not entirely sure. But yeah, maybe we'll see what we do with the are we actually gonna lose this? Yes, we did. Actually lost against the rebels. Very sad. Let's get global trade. Why not? And right, everything has been finished coring, and the Croatians can take care of the Herzegovinians over here. We've got 50 admin power, very good. We can take military technology 4. I don't believe, yeah, Renaissance hasn't spawned yet. It's 1451, so it should be spawning here pretty soon, but generally pretty good. National tax modifier minus 10% is quite a bit, and we don't necessarily need the defensiveness. We aren't really fighting any sort of defensive wars at the moment. So what we could do is just peace out Wallachia for some money. Bam, there we go. These guys can go beat up the rebels. We're losing our great power status, not that we really did anything with it, but bam, there we go. Time to peace out Herzegovina, take all of their money, and yeah, there we go. We have managed to clean up the Balkans a little bit, hoover up whoever was available over here in this region, some easy dev to be sure. And well, we won't really be dealing with Dracula at the moment, and that stuff only gives us subjugation, Casus Belli in Serbia and Bosnia. We already captured the territory, so it doesn't really matter for us. We can stop improving relations with these guys, and let's actually outraged own subject and allies, because for a while we're going to be just chilling for quite a while here actually. Let's see, our guy is 46 years old, won't be really dying anytime soon, I don't think. So for a while we'll just be chilling, won't really be doing much, and we'll be waiting for the mission, the Hungarian succession. We can take expandement, but actually inflation is getting kind of high, so let's just let's just waste it. Let's just waste an extra point in inflation. Let's see, do we have an inflation guy? No, we don't. So let's try and look for one. Lose prestige, very sad. We'll be obviously developing the Kosovo gold mine quite soon, but yeah, first let's take up in all categories and then embrace the Renaissance and then do stuff with Bohemia, and let's slowly and surely crawl our way towards expansion. Alright, here we go. This is the event we've been waiting for. So, we could become a junior partner under Austria. Yeah, that would be a great idea. No, let's elect Matthias as a king. Bam, there we go. We've got a new heir. We have a new regent, and so we lost the last guy that we had, which is very sad. But what can you do? And now, I believe, once he becomes king, in just a little while, we'll have the opportunity to actually declare on Bohemia, who's actually rival to Austria. Very cool. Now, Austria should very shortly get a domineering attitude towards us, and they won't be our allies anymore, which is kind of sad, but what can you do? They've served us well as defensively, so that the Ottomans didn't just declare war on us out of nowhere. So they served their purpose in that respect. But from now on, we will we'll just have to wait and see how things develop. And I've been improving with the Mamluks, hoping to maybe get an alliance with them, but they are actually rival to us. So maybe they'll change their mind pretty soon. Hopefully they will. But in the meantime, we can actually build up quite more. But what I want is to actually spawn the Renaissance. So we'll be spawning the Renaissance, making our capital 30 dev, just so we tick off the Age of Discovery thing. And a new pope has been elected. And for the next objective is going to be actually going after Bohemia and forcing them under a personal union of us, which shouldn't be that difficult. We can do a government reform, and I believe we should go with actually our nobles. Nobles are kind of strong, to be sure, but let's just go with strength and noble privileges. We definitely are going to need the manpower. We'll be getting into tons of wars, so that's just how the cookie crumbles. And there we go, we can actually pick up Muscovy as an ally. That's going to be very useful because, as you can see, Austria is breaking the alliance with us. So instead of Austria, we'll have Muscovy, so we are secure defensively and the Ottomans don't really think about attacking us. We also have obviously Burgundy, so we are quite secure defensively. In case the Ottomans try anything, we'll have a lot of people defending us. Bam, there we go. The royal marriage with Muscovy secured. And so let's just start improving relations with them. Let's preemptively start spying on Bohemia. They are also domineering towards us. For some reason, we are friendly towards them. No, we want to be neutral, actually. We are hostile towards them. Actually, let's not mess with that. I don't know if that's going to do anything. So let's just not mess with it, and let's keep it at that. And let's just continue developing our capital. We should be able to make it 30 dev quite soon. The Renaissance is gonna spawn here pretty soon, and then we'll see where we go. We'll probably be marching on Bohemia quite soon. Do we still have a royal marriage? Yeah, we still have a royal marriage. Oh, there we go. So we do not have a royal marriage with Austria anymore, but once some time passes, we'll actually manage to get that alliance back. It's just that for the time being, it's not in the card. Let's see, if we declare on Bohemia, who would help? Burgundy would help. That's pretty cool. Brandenburg, let's try Brandenburg. So with Brandenburg, what we might want to do is actually make them help us reduce opinion of Bohemia. Our opinion of Bohemia is at least 75. We really do not want that. Actually, let's wait for the whole event chain. Then maybe we'll get. Then maybe we won't have to worry about this too much. But yeah. So we're just chilling for a while. You know, raking up the cash, building some churches. Bam! There we go. Church is built, and yeah, just chilling for a while, and then we'll move on. Alright, here we go. We are ready to take the Hungarian succession mission. Bam, there we go. We gain 5 crownland, gain 20 prestige, and a bunch of claims on Silesia. Let's see. Like this, Austria would defend them, but if we directly declare on Bohemia, yeah, Austria won't defend them. However, they do have quite an advantage because of Naples, and yeah, because of Naples, they do have quite an advantage. So let's. I also allied Milan in the meantime, so let's try and curry favors with them and try to get them to help us. Maybe try and get Burgundy, but Burgundy, why won't Burgundy join exactly? Burgundy won't join because they are allied to the Holy Roman Emperor, but the Holy Roman Emperor wouldn't even come into the war, so I'm not entirely sure what the exact issue here is. So yeah, let's build up the military, and let's build up the military, curry some favors, find some people who joined the war, and let's go. And while we are at it, might as well get some new burger loans, embrace the Renaissance. Bam, there we go. Find someone who we might sell it to. Let's offer knowledge sharing to, well, Croatia, eh? Oh, that's not exactly the best option. Is there anyone else who would like it? No, just Croatia. Okay then, well, Croatia it is, I guess. And with the, there we go, no edict, and with the rest of the cash we will build up the military, and then we'll go against Bohemia. And while we're waiting, we can also take the mission, fund the monasteries, and we'll get a missionary strength guy. I don't think, yeah, we are not gonna do this just yet. We're not gonna do this just yet. We're not gonna utilize the. Actually, let's just take it and let's just put him in charge. Let's just get some extra admin while he's cheaper. We're not really gonna utilize the missionary strength at all because I've granted Orthodox autonomy. So we're not really gonna play around with the missionary strength stuff just yet. But we might later on. But for the time being, we're just gonna chill, and I think that's going to be the best course of action. Now, we just unlocked our first idea group, and I think we're actually going to go with quality. It's going to serve us the best. Let's actually focus up on... well, our air is... our air isn't going to be too good in military, but for the time being, Matthias over here is going to be quite good. So for the time being, let's focus up on military. And, oh, actually, the Ottomans just declared on Naples, so the Bohemians are actually at war with them, and this could be a good opportunity while they're distracted to go for this war. We'll just have to ask the Papal States to prepare for war. There we go, ask to prepare for war. And while that's going on, we might want to, let's go for Hradište and Milan, and the Papal States will come in and like this. We have a clear advantage. Bam, there we go. And yeah, we can march in and do as we please with Bohemia. We'll conquer the entirety of Silesia, and then once we have Silesia under our control, we will gain the ability to personal union them. It's going to take a while, and it's not going to be instantaneous, but while Naples is distracted, while everyone else is distracted, it's going to be useful for us to wage this war. Our allies are obviously going to suck, but yeah, we'll do our best, won't we? And we can even call in Burgundy into the war. Come on in, my boy. Come on in. Let's crush these Bohemians. Obviously, they're going to be much better under our rule eventually. But for the time being, let's crush them. Yes, indeed. Right, there we go. Bohemia has been fully occupied. They're in low. And all we want is this. A coalition won't really form, I don't think. But, yeah, let's just go for it. Bam, there we go. Silesia is ours, and we have the ability to core it up, obviously. Let's also stab up. Did I stab up? No, I didn't. Let's stab up, and let's give out the Clerical Advisory Council and Aristocratic Councilors, just so we have cheaper advisors. We can do this. Sure, we can build a church there. Let's seize land. We are almost at 40%. I have already given out all the mana privileges, so that's fine. I didn't even have to suffer any debuffs. And yeah, we now have unlocked the mission Bohemian Hinterlands. And this is going to give us a restoration of Union CB on Bohemia. However, obviously we're gonna wait for this. Wait with this. Once the truce runs out, then we're going to actually go for Bohemia. Again, obviously not right now. It's going to be wasted. So once the truce runs out, then we're gonna go for it. Let's see, Austria's still the emperor and is still rivaled with Austria. Very nice. So they won't even help them. Let's build this church over here. It's going to be very nice. And yeah, let's just chill again, and then let's go to war with Bohemia once more. There's really no one else we can attack. These guys still guaranteed by the Ottomans. The Ottomans, well, they are at war with Naples, Bohemia, Genoa, and Geneva. That's what even is this war about? I don't really know. Is it the Ottoman conquest of Salento? So the Ottomans want to conquer this. Interesting. So we'll have to fight the Ottomans a whole bunch. Let's see, Austria actually willing to ally with us. Bam, there we go. We now are back on track with the Austrians. They're no longer domineering towards us. That's going to be very good. They're going to be of major help against, well, now that Hesse has been elected the emperor, maybe not, but they would have been a major help against Bohemia. But they still might be a major help. Who knows? Hesse. Well, let's not do that. Well, anyway, we are allied with the Austrians for the time being. They're going to help us quite a bit. So, yeah, everything is looking kind of fine. Whoa, the Ottomans took out a large chunk of southern Italy. Whoa, this is going to be, well, this is going to be quite tough when we have to face them. So, I suppose they had no other route of expansion because they are allied with Akuyunlu and we are in the way to the north. So, yeah, they went for Italy. That's, well, that's a new one. It's, still guaranteeing Wallachia, The Ottomans being as annoying as ever. It's going to make our life quite a bit difficult when it comes to restoring the Roman Empire, I'll tell you. And look at that. We have formed a personal union with Bohemia. I didn't even do anything. What is this? They must have had the same dynasty. Oh my goodness, so I didn't even have to wage a war against Bohemia and I got a personal union. Well, this is lucky. This is definitely going to make our lives quite a bit easier. So, yeah, personal union with Bohemia formed, didn't even have to do anything. Wow, okay. So, if Bohemia does not exist or is not a valid personal union target, we just get claims. So we got claims, and then Crown of Saint Wenceslas. Okay, probably okay. If you complete this mission by enforcing a personal union with Bohemia, they are an elector and meet the requirements to join the Holy Roman Empire. We will also receive membership in the Empire. Insane. Okay, Hungary belongs in the Empire, or Let's try and become the Holy Roman Empire. Why not? At this point, why not? Everything is going a little haywire in this campaign, so let's try and go for it, I guess. The Empire rejects our membership. Well, damn. Looks like we're not gonna be the Emperor. Oh well, who cares? Didn't even need the Emperor. They didn't even need the Holy Roman Empire. We're gonna form the Roman Empire, the actual Roman Empire. We have been denied our rightful place within the Holy Roman Empire, so we will simply become the Roman Empire. How's that? Absolutely based. At least we didn't lose a diplomat, and yeah, at least we didn't yeah, at least we didn't lose all the things that we would have lost if it was for actually entering the empire. So but I did get 100 tradition general, so yeah, that makes up for it at least a little bit. Okay, now for our next government reform, I think we'll go representatives of the crown, since we have so many vassals, and we'll be having even more vassals. So I think this is going to be just about good. And yeah, so now we are waiting for a good opportunity to declare war on the, well, on the Wallachians, the Ottomans, and ultimately we are waiting to get Burgundy so that we have more dev, so that we can PU Poland. That's the general game plan here. And it looks like we have been elected the papal controller. Very nice. And after our army's finished building, so what we might want to actually do, since the Ottomans are at war with Aragon, Nuremberg, and Austria, what we might want to do is actually go to war with them with the support of the Papal States and the Mamluks. And because I managed to ally the Mamluks, we will, we will go for it. We will try and disrupt them as much as possible, possibly take some, well, the Moldavians more rather have claims, so never mind, we have to do with that. Okay, so I'll crush the rebels very swiftly. We should actually be a military tech over the Ottomans. They're level 5, we are level 7, so we're two military technologies over the Mamluks, so we have to take advantage of the situation. We will go ahead and crush the Ottomans as swiftly as possible. For our second idea group, we're gonna take diplomatic. We will unfocus as soon as it's possible from Mill, and using Moldavia's claims, we will actually go for well, let's just go for something that's easy to capture. Let's promise the Mamluks some land, and since the Ottomans are already at war with Aragon, and we even have a crusade because we are technically fighting against the Tunisians, and the Tunisians are a target of the crusade. What we might want to do is actually courier power costs minus 50%. Why not? Let's get some courier powers. And we do not have the benefits of our mission tree when going up against the Ottomans. However, so many people fighting the Ottomans at the same time is going to mean that we have quite an advantage. I hope this wasn't just hastily done and is going to bite me in the butt. But hopefully everything goes well. So yeah, let's start working on our Diplo ideas. Diplomat +1. Let's just preemptively start currying or improving with outrage countries, because why not? We already have cannons, whereas the Ottomans do not have cannons. And yeah, so this hopefully will go fine for us. Aiming to obviously take some stuff in the Balkans, quite possibly release Bulgaria. So we'll probably take this coastline over here and we'll release Bulgaria from that, and later on reconquer their cores. Let's take corvettes. Sure, we do not even have a navy for the moment, but we will very shortly be getting a navy, don't you worry about that. We'll probably go up against the Venetians and grab oh, okay, whatever. This happens way too often in my campaigns. That happens way too often. Kosovo isn't quite up to level 10 or level 10 in production 10. That's what it's called. Base production of 10. It's not quite up there, but we're making quite enough money at the moment, so there's really... Actually, let's just bump it up to 10, why not? Let's do mill, and then we need something like this, yeah, and 60 Diplo, and then we'll bump it up to 10, and we'll cancel the edict after that. Looks like we have some other general. That's going to be just good enough. It's gonna have to be good enough. The Ottomans are sieging down Moldavia, but we have in the meantime sieged down the Balkans completely. And we are still a mill take over, so we might want to actually go up north and take the fight to them. The Ottomans are still fighting against Aragon, so we'll hopefully manage to have a pretty good advantage against them. There we go, we managed to crush the Ottomans over there. The Tunisians are actually completely sieged out by... They have been completely sieged out by the Mamluks, so what we will actually do is break their alliance with the Ottomans. Give me some war reps and some money. Bam, there we go. It's going to be good. Lost effective crusade, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Man, the queen sure likes her stuff, eh? Sure likes her stuff, eh? Let's put it that way. But some of our allies actually, we do have the ability to cross, so let's cross into Anatolia, and let's start wrecking some havoc over here as well. Let's get some professionalism, why not? It's still running with the free company because why not? It's just, it's pretty good in the early game to run a mixed army of mercenaries and non-mercenaries, I find, because the manpower in the early game just isn't there. And yeah, so we are pummeling the Ottomans quite handily, it seems. It's not going to be that big of an issue for sure. And I just took the mission A Strong Economy, which gave us some money, and Pest gets their production building upgraded if no building is present at a workshop, and if counting house is, gain 2 base production and Pest. I'm not entirely sure what I got from that, but whatever. And the production focus and Pest, let's go for glass. I think glass is the best, especially in the early game. We can't really spawn faceting because faceting spawned in Constantinople, but we'll be getting Constantinople very shortly, don't you worry about that. So yeah, it's everything's going fine. This run is a relatively blessed run, it seems like it. So yeah, we might want to think about piecing out here pretty soon. Let's just transfer all of these occupations to me, and let's see. Do we go for 100% against the Ottomans? They are no longer at war against Aragonese, and their army is stuck here on Sicily. Very nice. They have been completely surrounded by navies, and actually the Papal States are now at war with Venice. Venetian conquest of Parma. So yeah, our allies are starting to get into other conflicts, and hopefully the Papal State army remains here pummeling the Ottomans. That would be for the best. Could we actually call let's actually get this yearly prestige and morale of armies. Let's get this indulgence. Mamluk is doing a fine job distracting the Ottomans. They're getting pummeled on our behalf, so to say. Another extra stability, absolutely wonderful. And yeah, so we are steadily advancing. Our units are, we actually managed to, the Bohemians managed to get crushed here a little bit. Let's get adaptive combat terrain, or whatever it's called, combat ability. And while let's see, what do we take? So we could do something like this. The Mamluks won't be very happy, let's see, but they don't have anything occupied. I can't even give anything to them, which is quite a big shame. So let's actually stick around and wait for maybe the Mamluks to occupy something. And the Mamluks actually white-pieced out of the war, so we do not have to give them anything. Let's take a look at Akuyunlu. Let's just, it's going to be beneficial for us to let them stay allied to the Ottomans, I believe. because that way the Ottomans won't get any bright ideas about expanding east and they're going to be stuck. So what we might want to take is this coastline. We're probably going to release Bulgaria and Byzantium from these provinces, get war reps, all of their money. Bam, there we go. Let's click on them and let's release Byzantium. And let's click on them and let's release Bulgaria. Bam, there we go. So now we have a bunch of cores to reconquer next time. No need to worry about anything. Let's send our armies home. And let's start planning on actually taking out Poland. Even though we just showed that we can beat the Ottomans and they have been humiliated enough. However, that was at a time where they were already fighting over here in the west on the boot of Italy. So but we managed to take Constantinople from them, which is going to be a great hurt. Obviously they aren't as good without Constantinople as with Constantinople. Oh, we actually can't get our armies back. Very sad. What we might want to do is still guaranteed by the Ottomans. The Ottomans though won't come in. Let's go and take Wallachia. Bam, there we go. Let's start another war, absolutely based, and let's go and start conquering Wallachia. Why can't we cross here? We should be able to cross here, shouldn't we? Yeah, there we go. We are crossing into Wallachia. We will very shortly take Wallachia for all it's worth, and yeah, that's the general game plan. There we go, we have 100% of Wallachia. Didn't even break a sweat. Not sure where their army was, but it seems that my trusty vassals took care of it. Bam, there we go. Let's core all of it. And yeah, let's head back and let's chill a while. We actually did some nice wars. The Ottomans are dealing with some rebellions, very nice. And why are the Bohemians over here? Okay, so they aren't unsieging. Very cool, because that would be a very weird state of affairs where we are helping the Ottomans. We definitely do not want to help the Ottomans. We want to see them crushed. Actually, now that I think about it, I should start. Okay, here we go. Deal with Dracula. Yeah. Subjugate Serbia. What do we get? We get aggressive expansion, impact minus 10%. Probably gonna save this, honestly, and we can now weaken Poland. Very cool. Yeah, we can now very much actually get Poland under our wing. So we should probably actually, if I were to declare on Poland, who would help? So Burgundy would help, Austria would help, and the Mamluks would help for some reason. So probably not gonna call in the Mamluks. That's a little weird, but it would be cool if the Muscovites actually went in. Brandenburg, we might want to actually break that alliance. If I'm looking at this correctly, we will probably break that alliance. Break alliance Poland. Bam, there we go. So advisor has died. Let's get another one. Let's get a national manpower guy. Let's get a general into our armies. What are they? They are still Mil 6. Byzantium wants to be a march. Not quite, my guy. That's not gonna happen, definitely not. Knowledge sharing for Moldavia. Bam, there we go. Once the provinces are cored up, I think we'll just go for Poland. I think that's going to be for the best. We actually have a bunch of missions that we can do. The Scourge of the Balkans, we should at least 3 forts in own provinces. So let's build a fort here in Kosovo, or what is usually called Kosovo. We can subjugate Bosnian security, admin power, local autonomy. Yeah, sure, that's going to be nice. We can Biblioteca Corvinina. What does this do? Tech cost, idea cost. Yeah, that's going to be the change of development of the monument. Could we actually just start doing something like this? And maybe take out burger loans. Yep, there we go. Take out burger loans and improve it once. Bam, there we go. And now when I take it, it's on level 2. Very nice. So institution spread plus 20%. Obviously, our manpower has completely tanked from that, so we're gonna have to wait a while. Let's just help whatever the hell Muscovy is doing over there. Finally taking care of Novgorod, I guess, and Novgorod has been guaranteed by Denmark. So that's why that war is happening. And yeah, so let's chill a while, wait for our manpower to recover, and then we'll be hitting Poland. I'm pretty sure that's what we're gonna do. Yes. And just as I said that, the Burgundian succession happened, and they have fallen under a personal union with Hungary. That being us, very based, make Burgundy a junior partner, absolutely amazing. We are now the strongest power in Europe. We have completely outpaced everyone else. In just 40 years, we have done amazing work. Obviously, we got Bohemia for free, so that was completely insane. But now we have Burgundy. Come on in, boy. Let's improve some of those relations. Not needed for a lot, but let's just put him up to 200. Let's actually piece out of whatever is happening over here. I don't really care. Bam, there we go. Nobody cares. Let's wait for our guys to come back home, and let's finally deal with Poland. And we might have actually gone for influence ideas. Might have been a better idea than what is this? Okay. The influence ideas might have been a little bit better, but I definitely want flexible negotiation. Province more score cost minus 20%. I definitely want that. So yeah, we're gonna have to just bear with it for a little while. I'm going to integrate Bulgaria and Byzantium, obviously, once I reconquer their cores. Nothing really out of the ordinary there. Obviously, they're a terrible vassal because they keep getting all of these disastrous rebellions and everything like that. And actually, what we might want to do is, just before we do that, pick up one extra big ally. So that, let's just pick up Castile. Let's go. Pick up Castile. And wait for the diplomat and pick up, let's see, who? Florence is relatively big. Let's pick up Florence. And now all of Burgundy is ours. And leadership war against Hesse. Is at war with Hesse. We are now at war with the traitorous Muscovy. So Muscovy actually dishonored the call to war. Completely fine. They were kind of useless as an ally anyway. They didn't really do much. After a while, it's not really worth keeping allies just for defensive purposes. But now we can just sit back and let all of our allies just completely demolish Hesse. And yeah, we're just gonna chill, recover our manpower. What can we do? Pass act of uniformity. Don't need that just yet. And we are blessed. We are blessed indeed. This run is completely blessed and based. Alright, I white pieced out of that war because it was completely pointless. Let's now take weaken Poland. Bam, there we go. Restoration of Union CB unlocked. They're at war with the Teutonic Order. So, while they were a little distracted, let's call in Austria. And Brandenburg won't come in because has a truce with Poland. Well, at least they won't come in on their side. Bam, there we go. All of our boys getting ready, marching in on Poland. We are soon going to turn Poland into another personal union, and it's going to be, yeah, nobody's gonna stand a chance against us. And from that point on, it's going to be a breeze to actually restore the Roman Empire, I hope. Who knows? It might be completely terrible. But yeah, it's hopefully it's going to be fine. I think with having owned half of Europe and the other half of Europe being just HRE miners, well, in France, obviously France is going to be a big issue. Do I really want to stay allied to Castile? Yeah, sure, let's stay allied to Castile. And with Florence, let's just break off that alliance. We don't need that. And yeah, so let's get cracking against corruption. These events, man. But let's just get cracking against Poland, and let's get this personal union. And there we go. We have sieged Poland quite a bit. So let's go to Poland, and Or is it union with Poland? Take all their money. Bam, there we go. So we have now done that, and let's go to Poland. Improve relations, 9th of July. Okay, so let's go to Lithuania first. Improve relations. They are already relatively good. That's cool. That's actually quite nice. And let's go to Poland and let's increase relations from here. We have some unruly subjects. Poland is a little unruly, so let's enable support loyalists. And yeah, I think next up on the chopping list is actually going to be the Ottomans. But what we can take is Jagiellon Union, and we get Polish as an accepted culture, and Hungary gets Poland and Hungarian Brothers B, and we get cavalry custom max promoted culture. That's pretty good. I forgot to take actually securing the Balkans here. I forgot to take this, very sad, but we can get the Scourge of Europe, so we get permanent claims on Bulgarian lands, but we obviously released Bulgaria already, so there's no need. And we can get Teutonic Advance. Let's also get subjugate Serbia just for the Diplo points, and I think that's it. We might want to go for yeah, we might want to go for also subjugating Austria while we're at it. That's going to be quite nice. But before we do any of that, we should probably start integrating Croatia. But we need a diplomat for that, actually. We need a diplomat, so let's do that, and let's start integrating Croatia, because they have served their purpose and are no longer needed. By the way, I was elected the papal control once again, so yeah, this truly is a blessed run. Alright, our truce with the Ottomans has just ended, so let's go and let's reconquer, what was it, Tirnovo, for example. No allies will join us, unfortunately, but we don't really need their help. We should get this done relatively quickly. In fact, completely, we should blitz them. We have such an overwhelming advantage. If you take a look at what the Ottomans are fighting against, they have absolutely no chance. But let's see what type of let's see if they put up a fight or not. Oh, actually, we lost on the seas. Unfortunate. I probably inherited some sort of ship from the Croatians, whom I just integrated. But yeah, so this should be a straightforward war. I think the Ottomans tend to focus most on Lithuania over here when they have the ability to do something like that. Muscovy is kind of sucking this game, by the way. The Great Horde is having a pretty good game here, but the Ottomans as well haven't had a good game. They got stuck in between Akuyunlu being their ally for a long time, and then us blocking them from expanding into Europe. They tried to expand into Italy. Obviously didn't go too well for them. It went relatively well, but they just didn't have the opportunity to really expand before we started to push into them and really do some serious damage. So it's for them, it's not necessarily going to be a great time, but for us it's quite a nice time. Let's aim to become the Korea control once more, and let's deal with the Ottoman navy. The army. Let's see how well we do. Oh, we completely crushed them, and they are Miltech 8, whereas we are also Miltech 8. I don't know, but I have completed quality ideas, and we also get discipline +5 from our idea set, or our traditions, or whatever you want to call it, the Hungarian ideas. So yeah, I guess we are just a little bit better than them. Alright, there we go. We have basically 100%ed the Ottomans. So what we're gonna do in this piece is return cores and return everything that the Bulgarians own, actually, or all the Bulgarian cores, and we are going to annex them as soon as we are able to. I think that's all of their cores. So what we also want to take is this piece of land over here, And let's return, actually, yeah, let's return some Byzantine cores as well, and that's going to be good enough. Bam, there we go. A little disjointed when it comes to the Byzantine cores, sure, but we got what was necessary. We can start coring these fellas up. And yeah, so I should start working on actually trying to weaken Austria and then PU Austria. That would be, yeah. So we're actually going to have to declare war on Austria. So we probably want to build a spy network on them, get a claim, and then start to maybe release Tyrol from them. And once we release Tyrol, then we'll work on actually PUing them. I think that's how I'm going to do it. I haven't really done this mission before, so I'm not entirely sure how it works. But we actually completed a bunch of missions here. So we completed Liberate Bulgaria, we completed Push to Constantinople, and Secure Macedonia. We haven't quite done it. We're gonna do that in the next war. And yeah, we're gonna conquer all the Balkans and start pushing into Anatolia. That's going to be what we're gonna do with the Ottomans. And yeah, I'm gonna try and get a claim and then do something with Austria. So that's basically what I'm going to try and do in this in the next couple of segments. Okay, so if I understand this mission correctly, we should be able to have a PU against Austria if they lose these three and we release Tyrol. So I hope that's how it works. I'm not entirely sure, but let's try it out. Let's call him Brandenburg. Hesse will support them because they're the emperor, but no, I have royal marriage, obviously. Oh well, we're just gonna tank the stability head. Who cares? Bam, there we go. Let's go. And yeah, we can just easily step up again once it's relevant. But for right now, I really don't know how it works, but hopefully it works as I think it does. I'm not entirely sure, but well, anyway, we'll see, I guess. Okay, so we managed to beat them quite handily, so let's try releasing Tyrol and annexing some of their territory. And now can we? Yes, we can. Okay, so with this we'll be able to restore union upon Austria. It's gonna take a while before our truce runs out, however, so we'll have to figure something out until then. But yeah, well, next up we're probably gonna target the Ottomans anyway, since I'm annexing Bulgaria, and then we'll reconquer all the cores that Byzantium has, and we will probably go for the Dalmatian coast. And yeah, relatively simple, I think. But yeah, so the plan is relatively straightforward, nothing to really worry about. So we're gonna hit the Ottomans, then we're gonna PU Austria. At some point we're probably gonna reconquer these cores of Austria's, and no, probably definitely, because they fall under the they fall within the sphere of the stuff that we need to take for the Roman Empire. So we're definitely going to at some point capture that. Well, whether we integrate Austria before then or not is in the stars, as they say. So not entirely sure. We'll see how things develop, but for the time being the plan is relatively simple. And while we are slowly winding down this part 1, which has been quite a bit longer, but this first part was the initial setup for what's gonna come later. So it's there's still some spicy stuff left, don't you worry about that. But yeah, let's get on with the mission, shall we? And our truce with the Ottomans just ended, so it's time to it's time to hit them again. This time we'll go for a conquest of, let's say, can we go Edirne? Yes, let's go Edirne, and let's start pummeling the Ottomans. Let's win this one. Alright, this should be good enough. We're not gonna be sieging down the stuff they have in Italy, but we have otherwise 100%ed everything they have, so It's just about good a time as any to return cores and go to the Byzantines. And return all of the Byzantine cores. Bam, there we go. We want to take stuff over here and Dalmatia. Let's see, can we take all of this? Ooh, yes we can. Can we take maybe this, maybe this? Yes we can. Okay, so there we go. That's the stuff we're gonna take from the Ottomans. Very cool. Let's core it up and well, let's get ready to beat up on the Austrians now, I guess. Alright, so the Austrians have been re-elected the Emperor, so let's see how this works. So we still have the Restoration of Union against them. This should be a breeze, to be honest. They really can't stand a chance against us. The Empire is, well, it's relatively weak because it's being torn apart by the Protestant Reformation. Not quite as much as in some games, but yeah, it's getting quite hammered. They are military level 9, we're military level 10, so this should be a complete and absolute breeze. Alright, here we go, 74%, they're on low, so let's go with Union with Austria, bam, all their money, and there we go, we have formed a personal union with Austria. So let's take this mission, take Vienna. The government rank of Hungary changes to Empire, very cool. The event Fate of the Empire. This event allows us to decide our stance towards the Holy Roman Empire by either gaining diplomatic bonuses, helping us to become the Emperor, or gaining a subjugation casus belli on the Emperor and all electors. So let's do that. Subjugation casus belli on the Emperor and every elector. We're not going to do anything like that. It's yeah, we're not going to do anything with it. It's just yeah, something that we're just not gonna be really too bothered about. We're not gonna dismantle the, or are we? We do have the CB, so we could dismantle the HRE, but in my honest opinion, it doesn't really matter. Not really gonna bother with it. I only wanted Austria as a PU, so let's start improving relations with them. 9th of September, our guy, let's see, 63. That's not a good look. So let's start improving with Austria immediately. Hopefully this guy doesn't kick the bucket too soon. And yeah. Okay, so Byzantium has been officially annexed, and let's take a look at the ledger. I forget which one it was that, oh, there we go, here we are. So our Orthodox development is quite a bit larger than our Catholic development. So let's do this. Missionary maintenance low. Watch out for the Orthodox zealots. Bam, become Orthodox. Absolutely wonderful. Now we take the mission Bulwark of Christianity, which gives us the ability to let's also take land for the monasteries, and we can, oh, we actually have a bunch of oh yeah, because the first one got changed, so let's just switch to autocracy for the time being. Let's stop with the, it's gonna automatically change. Let's full core these Greek provinces. Let's where is Greek? There is Greek. Let's see, what do we have full core? So let's start lowering these things. So let's unstate some of these provinces. And then we can culture shift to Greek, and we can restore the Byzantine Empire. Once we recapture Sugla, then we'll have the ability to restore the Byzantine Empire. Now, as you can see, I was banking quite a bit of admin power because we're gonna have to actually full core all of these things back because, well, they have our gold mines and everything like that, so we will have to full core these things again, but it served its purpose. Let's see, can we actually core everything in one go? Not quite, but good enough. We'll survive. Yeah. So let's get Sugala. Let's restore the Byzantine Empire, and then we can really start restoring Rome. Alright, here we go. We have basically 100%ed the Ottomans, so we will take Sugala, which is necessary for the formation of the Byzantine Empire, and then let's take as much as we can, something like this. Should we take more, or is this good enough? Let's take this as well, and bam, there we go. Basically, all we can take, let's actually by overextension, bam, there we go, something like this, very nice. Go to decisions and restore the Byzantine Empire. Yes, please, new traditions and ambitions, and we will begin the full conquest of Rome. We will now truly begin. The age of the setup is over now. The age of reconquest begins. I want to thank you, kings, for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. It's been a long ride, but here we go. Part 1 is over. Byzantium walks again. The Eastern Roman Empire is back once more, and we will restore the Byzantine Empire, but the Roman Empire. And we started as Hungary, we restored Byzantium, and next up is Rome. Yes, Rome itself. So I want to thank you, kings, for watching, and I will see you next time.